annual general meeting for 2015. This is a very wonderful occasion that brings us together from different parts of the country to look at the status of our movement. And I want to state from the beginning that this year's conference is quite special because it is a momentous occasion that helps us to do some consultative process amongst ourselves to see where we are and to move forward as a movement. So firstly, I want to also state that in our establishment as of now, concerning staffing, we are as follows. I'm Reverend Chilala Chongwa, the National Director. At the moment, I'm still based in Chililabombwe. Then we also have senior campus staff, Brother Jeff Kantmoya, based in Kitwe. From there, we also have Sister Naomi Ambewe, based in Lusaka, as a staff. We also have the business administrator, Brother Kwezekani Zulu. He is also in Lusaka at the head office. The campus staff intern, Mary Chipampwe, also based in Lusaka. We also have the IT and communication staff intern, based at the headquarters as well in Sony. Then we also have Langiwe Piri, staff intern based in Kitwe. Romancio Banda is the administrator. Is also a staff intern based at the headquarters in Lusaka. We have associate staff, Brother Matthew Kavali, based in Solwezi, Northwestern Province. Cecilia Mumbi is a staff intern based in Kitwe. We have Emmanuel Kachilaza. He is an associate staff based in Central Province, here in Kitwe, the man behind all these organizations. Together, we also we have Kalima Sakala, a staff intern who is based in Eastern Province, particularly in Chipata. Maybin Banda is a staff associate based in Lusaka. We also have Kelvin Kalaluka as a staff associate staff based in Lusaka. Then the other one is Raphael. Raphael Senga is also based here in the Kabwe as a staff, associate staff. We have as well Brother Ansen Shawa, who is currently doing some work here in Central Province, but is based in Luapula. These, together with, lastly but not the least, we have Luke Nsakanya, a staff that also has been based in Lusaka. I want you to take note that the Deputy National Director resigned from that position, who is Sister Naomi, but she's now serving as a staff. Then when we come to staff capacity building, in the last year under consideration, we had the national Deputy National Director by then, Sister Naomi Mbewe, who went for a short training, a program, a consultative meeting in Ghana on HIV/AIDS program, and then together as staff we attended a Bible study training in Malawi, the 3 staff, and then we also attended another one in South Africa in the previous year that is under consideration. Then when it comes to campus visits, staff have endeavored to do a number of these visits despite the challenges of resources that we have. We want to believe that we can do better than what we have done in this year. The northern region was visited. We had part of Central Province, Mchinga Province, Northern and Wapula. Staff visited that part of the country after a long period of time without staff visit. So the details can be read and questions could be able to be asked. The trips were very successful, and we are so thankful to the Lord, to those that helped us to have this program be successful. Then I want to report that regional conferences in the year under review took place in various regions. And then we also have Associates Ministry. Associates Ministry is progressing. We have some associates that have been active. For example, recently in the previous year that is under review, an associate branch was pioneered in Kalulushi, a town in the Copper Belt. The next item on our report is our relations or our relationships with the stakeholders as ZAFES, because ZAFES, we are not operating isolated or in the vacuum, but we have relations that we want to explore and strengthen. Our relations with universities and colleges, we believe that to achieve our vision, we need really to build a healthy relationship with these, because these are key stakeholders. Our target are youths that are in colleges, and the colleges themselves and universities are the ones that are dealing with this. So we cannot afford not to have a good relation with them. And so far, we have been building these relationships, and that's why in the feature for this conference, we actually invited principals or college administrators and universities together with matrons and patrons. That is in an effort to enhance this relationship. And the response has been overwhelming. Some of them could not make it, but we believe that there has been goodwill, and we believe that the Lord will be able to help us to move on together with them. The government of the day is also another partner that we want to ensure that we explore our relationship, because we believe that when our relationship with the government is enhanced, we can be able to achieve great gains in our movement. Again, we also have the other relationships that are very important to take note with the corporate world. You know, ZAFES really is a movement that is broad and wide, and therefore we also have been exploring our relationships with the corporate world, so that we can be able to know how we strengthen our working relationships, because we are dealing with the students that are offloaded into the industry, and the corporate world is not an exception. So they must be able to benefit, and we must also be able to benefit, because we are releasing students into their domain. The church is yet another partner, and that ZAFES is exploring. And I want to announce to you that this year we have had actually an increase in terms of support from pastors. We have had goodwill support from pastors and their churches. We want to still inculcate this, because again, at the end of the day, when people are done with a ZAFES, with a college or university, they become very active in churches, and because of what ZAFES has done in their lives, it enhances the church to go forward, and therefore we cannot afford to explore this relationship which we have begun. We have actually begun also talking to pastors' fellowships, selling our vision to have an understanding with a view of strengthening our relationship. IPS EPSA relationships have been enhanced in our region, and I think it is evident that this year we have had almost 5 countries represented in our national conference, and that is a good example of these relationships around among us with sister movements under EPSA. We also have to look at the strategic plan now. In our program in this conference, we want to enhance, we want to ensure that the strategic plan, this document, should be completed so that we can be able to have a direction on how we should be able to progress as a movement. And so we are also taking time to ensure that during this conference, key stakeholders put an input into what staff or secretariat has already begun to do. We want to have this document be ready and launched so that we can be able to have some direction as a movement. Now, what is the way forward for ZAFES? For us to move forward, it's cardinal for us to value the input of everyone. God has blessed us with different and unique giftings in us, and therefore we must ensure that everybody that belongs to ZAFES is put on board. And these people include the students. The students themselves are key players in this. They are the major key players, and they must be able to take ownership and ensure that we progress. And staff, they have sacrificed their time, their resources, their profession to be able to ensure that they run the work of ZAFES, because without staff being the engine, all these programs that we are talking about could not be put in place. They play a major role in this whole process. The associates, very, very supportive. You find that much of what is being achieved in terms of programming and everything, the associates have been playing a major role. The board also, being in governance, they play a role in terms of providing guidance, policy making, and so forth. That is why I want to call upon all these key stakeholders that will come together and work together in a consultative manner to move forward. Now, we also come to the issue of the constitution. Our constitution as ZAFES has not been revisited in a long time. So with time passing, we need to revisit this document so that we can be able to address contemporary trends that have come forth. The ZAFES trustee, according to the laws of the land, the trustees are the ones with a responsibility of holding assets of the organization. So the House must take a decision that will be able to help us in the way forward, because at the moment we do not have any active trustee in the Board of Trustees. The policy manual, I also propose that as a way forward, we must be able to let this document be revisited to address current trends. Then I want to conclude my report by stating that a quick reminder to all of us that ZAFES is bigger than any one of us as individuals, and therefore we must put the work of ZAFES ahead in terms of making the way of ZAFES progressing. So if there are any other issues that pertains to the issues that I've raised, I want to believe that the AGM can be able to respond, because I want to believe that the details of this report is in your hands, and you can be able to ask or make contributions to that effect. Thank you so much. God bless you.